Hello, everybody. How are we doing? We're back here in home base after many nights out in Louisville. Welcome back to the Patriot Hour. Let's see, I'm just sharing this out to Facebook. See if all y'all can do the same, I'd appreciate it. We are blocked in so many different ways and have had things taken down. You know, it's hard to share things out the way it used to be. All right. Here we go. Groovy. That's been shared there. All right. So how is everybody tonight? Keith, kiss my ass. I pronounced Louisville wrong. It's not Louisville. So how are we doing, guys? How are we doing? Angry Heath 101, what's up? Good to see everybody. So we've been having fun, you know, out in Louisville. Yeah, I miss you too, man. Gonna have to do a barbecue or something. Leonard Ross, doing well. I am doing good as well, man. Finally caught up on some sleep. That was rough. That was really rough. Viking Braid, thank you. She said that I did say Louisville correctly. So anyway, you know, been out in Louisville since Wednesday night. Started going out there. Was invited out there by an amazing crew, a crew of people. Scott, Jen, Steph, Tank Top, a few other folks, and you know, had a great time hanging out with them. Even though it was a pretty tense situation most of the nights that were there. Had a great time and got to meet more amazing people. You know, the KMR guys are awesome. Really love them. Got to meet Stuart Rhodes, and you know, the founder of Oath Keepers. Good guy, you know. Wasn't sure at first, you know. Those kind of situations, it's really kind of hard to tell whether a guy's, you know, good guy or not. There's just so much going on, and you know, we got to talking a little bit, and really good guy. I like him a lot. Just posted a video a little bit ago of one of the times, you know, he spoke on the live stream. Just cut that out of there. You know, so if you can, if you are somebody who has taken the oath, definitely should check out oathkeepers.org. Give that a whirl. But wanted to go over tonight a little bit of what I saw, what happened out in Louisville. You know, kind of give everybody a little more feel for it. You know, you can go back and view the live streams if you didn't see them live or didn't see them shortly thereafter. Hey, Freedom Spirit, driving through Oregon. I'll catch bits and pieces of this. That's right. You were on your way to Portland. Hopefully I'll be catching out with you while you're there. We'll see how that goes. James Beasley, good to see you, man. It is awesome to have you on. Sansaray, hello. If everybody can, do me a favor, share this out on whatever social media platform you use, MeWe, Wimkin, Facebook, Twitter, Twatter, whatever, that one where you swipe, I don't know. Tim Coverdale, good to see you, man. So, yeah, I wanted to go over tonight a little bit of a debrief, so to speak, on Louisville and what was going on out there, what I saw. What I did see was some amazing Patriots out there, willing to do what most people are not in this country are not willing to do. Going out and defending businesses that aren't theirs, you know, people that they don't necessarily know, livelihoods and property that, you know, that aren't theirs, and you know, protect, you know, other people that they don't know, aren't related to, aren't in a relationship with, probably have never even met. These kinds of selfless acts are attacked as white supremacists, are attacked as being agitators, and acts of violence. The group shot 2 police officers while they were out there. Not our group. The Antifa BLM idiots. Their group shot 2 police officers while they were out there. Destroyed or tried to destroy, both businesses. Tried to hurt people. All in the name of what? In getting change in this country. And I don't disagree that change needs to come to this country. I just don't think it's the kind of change that they're after. I think we would disagree on what that change would look like when it's done. In fact, I'm positive of that. Brenda and Curtis Summers, good to see ya. What's up? Are you roasted up? No, I am rested up. Oh, yeah, gotcha. No, I'm not roasted up, but I am rested up finally. It was like a solid 12 hours of just completely out. I only got 3 hours of sleep the night before. Because I was planning on going to the Back the Blue event, but then the group that I was going with got called in early to the meetup, and so that cut the Back the Blue even shorter. And then was out there all night until 3:30 in the morning. Started driving back then. Got back home at like 9 o'clock in the morning my time, because there's an hour time difference. And then had to head straight out to a flooring job. Was doing that until about 4 in the afternoon. Had to, clear out about 18 sheets of drywall that were down in a basement, and then finish laying the flooring. And then once I was done with that, then I had about an hour drive home, and then finally just crashed. So yeah, I was out for a good solid 12 hours at that point, maybe 14. And yeah, finally caught up on some sleep. That was good. I feel better, feel rested. Back on my normal regimen of the Mountain Dew. Not Code Red yet. If Ray Kuntz is on there. Gray Wolf Brat, good to see you. How you doing? And Mike Dano, hey, better late than never. Raymond Rosenberry, good to see you. So anybody who's hopping on, I just wanted to I'm doing a little bit of a debrief tonight on the 4 nights I got to spend down in Louisville with some amazing Patriots, and kind of what I saw going on while I was down there, and some concerns that I have going forward into the future that we as a country of Patriots needs to start addressing. Otherwise things are not going to get better. So anyway, yeah, on the rest thing. But I'm all rested up on that. But went out there, had a great time. Got to meet a lot of Patriots. Doing selfless things and getting no thanks for it whatsoever. I think the whole time I saw one car drive by and shout thank you. The police that were out there, any interaction with them, they were very thankful for that group being out there, or those groups, because there were multiple groups. There were groups from Mississippi. I saw people from Illinois, surprisingly, people from Indiana. People from all over the place were out there and being part of this, and it was truly inspiring to see. I was surprised that there weren't more people, because this is one of the issues. Our groups do get together and we do these things, but we can only cover so much ground depending on how many people are there. We could cover, probably about, 6 to 8 solid blocks with what we had, and that was what we were keeping an eye on. Was about 6 to 8 solid blocks. Hey, Captain Deplorable, how you doing? Help Captain Deplorable get his own channel. How you doing? Some weird comment from somebody. Okay. Anyway, Captain Deplorable. Hey, by the way, I sent you a message. We can get you on here. I want to test it out though. So give me a shout out, or give me a shout on Facebook, I think would probably be the best way. Messenger or something, or Parler, or any of those things, and we'll get to talking. I want to run a test run on this setup so that we can get you on here and actually have you on for a little bit for an interview. You've been a huge help with things, donating and becoming a member, and just being on the lives and sharing it out and everything. So I'd love to have you on the show, man. But yeah, I'd like to test it out, make sure it actually works before we just throw you on here. So I'd be totally down for that. Okay, yeah, no worries on Facebook. You Parler or anything? Anyway, we'll figure that out. Here, I'll give some stuff out here. Hold on. There we go. All right, just real quick. All right, so that's my Facebook page. Let's see. Can you get on Parler even on a desktop? I don't know if you can. Never tried it. Let's see. Hey, looks like you can. All right. See if this works. No, wrong password. Oops. Pain in the ass. Okay. That it? Yep. Okay. Hey, that's working. 6Y8. These stupid CAPTCHA things. All right. Like that. Oh, Jesus. Ooh, that's all right. There we go. Okay, what is my Parler thingy here? I guess this is the Parler. I think that's it. I don't know. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out, Captain. I don't know if you have Parler. Maybe you can send me a message on there. We can do this thing because I don't want to mess up. Plus, I got to give you the login information, and I don't want to do that on here because then anybody can hop on that because it'd be through Zoom. So, yeah, let's hit me up and then we'll get this worked out. Brendan Curtis Summers is Viking doing the bikini thing tonight? That's awesome. I have to get to checking that out. Holy crap, I wanted to see that. I saw that announcement of that the other day. That's awesome. Oh God. Greg Wiles, yeah, and that was the other cool thing. Greg and Brian both drove all the way from South Carolina to meet me up there to make sure that I had, personal security and some people that I knew and trusted and had been around before, just in case. I mean, that was freaking phenomenal of them. The last night, Greg was running security around the border of one of the properties, and Brian was up on a rooftop running security. It was freaking awesome. It really was. It was a kick-ass time of seeing real patriots do awesome stuff. And I got to give it to Viking. Like they were doing an awesome job of sharing stuff out, of keeping people informed of what all was going on all over the place. It really was cool. It really was cool what they were doing, and we need more of that. More people getting the word out, the conservative word out, because there are so many leftist, liberal, extreme weirdos who are covering things and twisting things. Anyway, sorry. Let me get back to what I was talking about. So the one thing I was noticing out there is not enough people. We should have had, double, triple, quadruple what we had out there. to shut that down. You know, that would have been amazing. More people from Indiana, more people from Tennessee, other surrounding states, you know, getting out there and guarding this entire town. You know, if we could have covered more, you know, like imagine if we could have just basically been surrounding the entire 25 block perimeter that the police in the city set up. We were close to one of the borders, and if we could have covered the entire 25 block perimeter, they would have never got out, and they would have never been able to do any more harm than what the police let them in the 25 block. And the police weren't letting them do much, you know, but they snuck out and they were trying to set fire to a parking garage. We caught them doing it, called the police. They got out there, you know, arrested some people. You know, there was a lot going on, and the LMPD was doing a great job. But here's the biggest problem with that. Let me turn this down for just a minute here. Here's the biggest problem I see with allowing the police to do all of the work on this. It gives the police a lot of power. It gives the police a lot of control and responsibility. They've already had a lot. They've already been given a lot. That power and responsibility is continually increased. And I support constitutional law enforcement. Absolutely 100%. I have law enforcement in my family. I support constitutional law enforcement. But the problem is when you give anybody, any group of people, too much power, whoever's running the group isn't always a good guy. Whoever's, what they're deciding is right and wrong may not always be right. So imagine this scenario. You know, we go from this pendulum position way over here where we're defending the police, and, you know, these socialists and anarchists are trying to harm police, and we're supporting them so they get a bunch of power in order to shut down anyone who is opposing the police, anyone who harms police. And then that pendulum swings round to the other side, as pendulums do. Now we've given all that power to the police. It's a federal hate crime to do anything, to resist arrest, to have a protest that they deem not peaceful. And then the boss comes out and says, hey, we're mandating vaccinations. And those police doing their job are just making sure that the mandated vaccinations get out, that everybody gets it. Now, it's a federal hate crime to protest against that in any way, to resist arrest, to resist the vaccine. And now you can be charged with massive amounts of crime. You can just be beat up for no reason. For the reason of resisting the vaccination. And I'm not saying this is what's going to happen, but this is the opposite side of that pendulum. This is the danger in giving them too much power. We, the people, have to be doing more of this. I just saw a video of Ireland just whooping the shit out of some Antifa who came there to counter protest one of their protests. Just the people who were there, like not a group of anybody, just going out and whooping the shit out of them, tearing up their speakers because they set up giant loudspeakers so you couldn't hear anything the other people were hearing. I'm not advocating for that, but I am saying that we need to be the ones to squash this, not the police, not the politicians. We need to be the force that stops this. We need to be the resistance to this, not somebody else. We can't push that responsibility off on somebody else. Doing that just continues to give them more power, and that is dangerous. Paul Brenner, good to see you, man. Let's see, what else did I miss? Sansa Ray, how do we get young people to understand they need to vote? Yeah, I mean, that has, I think, been a question since the first vote ever went out. It's a part of nature, honestly. Parenting, it's a big part of parenting. That's a major part of it. Grey Wolf Brad, yeah, just saying she's got to watch AV wear that bikini. I want to see that too. That will be hilarious. Oh, Captain Deplorable. Awesome. You sent me a message. Good deal, man. We'll work that out either tonight or tomorrow so that we can get you on here. I do definitely want to get you on here. Viking Braid. Hey, you ever think about a collaboration stream with Don the Pleb? I think you two would agree on a lot. I would love to do something like that. Maybe I'll try to reach out. If you have any connections, please feel free to reach out. Actually, a good friend of mine from out in L.A., California area, Sonia Schmidt, I was on her show a couple times. She's a black conservative, does a great radio show. Love her. She called me tonight because she's got some friends that she wants to hook up on mymilitia.com. So I was, giving her all the information from that because she said, California is just insane. And it's not getting any better. It's continually getting worse. So, got her hooked up with that information and we were just chatting a little bit. I love her show. So, as well as John Anthony also. He's another black conservative that's I consider a friend of mine, and a true patriot. I've been on his show a couple times. He's a great guy, but he's more local to me. So, depending on where you're at, you can kind of pick your voice. Let's see. What Turd Ferguson? Everyone did great, and Louisville was safe because of it. Props to all. Got family there that downplayed it all. Glad you kept them safe, even though they don't know it. It's crazy. Because and honestly, I do believe those Patriots had a big part to do with the fact that there was so much less violence, so much less destruction. I think the police did a great job. Absolutely. But number one, the Patriots were there to react if needed, which in and of itself is a scary thought. Number two, it also inspired the police to make sure that those people didn't get too far out and didn't get too rowdy because they knew we were there, and we would handle things if they weren't willing to. So, just the presence alone makes a difference, and people don't understand that. It's just being there makes a difference. And that was what I think some people that were there on the ground, even on our side, didn't understand about me. Just being there makes a difference. Now, I was prepared to fight if needed. I am ex-Army. I was raised military. I do know how to handle myself, in situations, but, and I was armed, but my main function as I saw it while I was there was primarily to make sure that the Patriots side of things got out, that there was a documented record of what was going on, so that, idiot politicians like the governor saying that the militia are instigating things, like there's video proof that is not true, that governor is just a leftist idiot. So, that was my take on why I was there. And quite frankly, I'm going to be reaching out to a few people and letting them know, if any of this shit is going on, if you have anything, going on like this, or even a large rally where there's a possibility of something, get a hold of me. I will get out there and make sure that our side is covered in these things. Make sure that the story gets out correctly. One of the groups I actually reached out to was Proud Boys, and I basically said, look, the next time you're going to do some like Portland type of thing, some confrontation, make sure I'm there so that I can cover your guys' side, because your side's not being covered well at all. It's purely leftist propaganda, and we have to change that. We have to change that story, or at least make the other side available. Tim Coverdale, I'd like to know too. So the only thing I know is to give them a pitch and keep hammering them. What? I must have missed something there. Yeah, I must have missed something on that one. Angry Tony, hashtag Make America Patriotic Again, MAPA, MAPA. I also like hashtag PLM, Patriot Lives Matter. That's a favorite of mine. Brennan, let's see, what's up all? Greg Milthaler, good to see you, man. Brensway, hello. Yeah, Brensway. You're the only one that I've heard that really is talking about the police needing reined in. Yeah, it's, this is the scary thought. Like, I don't agree with the defund the police movement. I do believe in scaling back the police. If our founding fathers, and I've said this before, if our founding fathers were here today, seeing the police state that this country has become, they would just start shooting people and probably end up in Guantanamo Bay. Isn't that crazy? Like, if George Washington was here today, if Thomas Jefferson was here today, John or Samuel Adams was here today, Benjamin Franklin, they would be in Guantanamo or jail because of the police state we are in. That is 100% the fact. Like, we just at federal level, we have DEA, NSA, FBI, CIA, Homeland Security. We have Border Patrol. We have, what else we have? We have several others. ATF, DIA, all kinds of initials, right? And then in every state, we have state police, we have county sheriffs, we have city police. Like, this is an insane amount of law enforcement for a country. I mean, this is incredible. There is no way we should have this much law enforcement, and especially controlled at a federal level. Like, that's not a thing. It should not be. So the police, the amount of police that we have in this police state needs to be scaled back drastically, as well as the amount of government that we have in this government. Greg Wiles, every country is standing in force against the BS, but the American citizens, for the most part, remain complacent. This needs to change. The time for sitting quietly is over, past time. I agree 100%, man. Stu B, I live in Louisville. I'm a Marine veteran. You want to be patriots? Don't need to be in my city. Stop bringing up politics. Stop saying you're a patriot. You're a fake. Stu B, it sounds like you're a fake. Because if you were a fucking Marine, then why the hell weren't you out there defending your goddamn city? Because I sure in the hell didn't see your wussy ass other than sitting on your fucking couch, whining and complaining and bitching like the keyboard cowboy you are. Bye-bye. Oh, I hate little whiny bitches like that. I'm sorry. Why are you in my city defending it? Because your fucking ass ain't. That's why. Angry Terry Manning. We're all blessed to have the Patriots out there. God watches out for his people. Amen. Tim Coverdale. Let's see. Whoop. Okay, there's a weirdo. No. Maybe not. I don't know. Weird name. I'm nude. Welcome to the show. Hopefully you're not a troll. Let's see. Where were we? Okay. Yeah, it must be a troll. All right. Let's see. Yeah, ATF. That was one I forgot, I think. Yeah, Zim 87. Just because you served in the military doesn't mean you're a patriot. It doesn't. It doesn't. God, you can easily hate this country after having served. Serve 4 years and then, absolutely hate this country. That is the opposite of the definition of a patriot. I'm sorry, but if you don't love this country, you're not a patriot. And I'm not saying, love everything about this country. Like, it's like a relationship. There are things you want the other person to improve upon. There are things you want to improve upon in yourself, in any relationship. But I am proud of my damn country. I am a nationalist in that sense. I am proud of America. America is the last great hope for freedom in the world. And if we fall completely to socialism, we're already halfway there, maybe even a little bit more. But if we fall completely to socialism and communism, the chances of freedom in this world are done. We have to defend this country for the sake of the entire world. That is 100% a thing. We have to do it. Yeah, Zim87 is someone who served. Half of them joined for free college. They don't care about the oath. Yeah, that's very true. Yeah. Yeah, Brendan Curtis Summers, Grandmaster Jay was in the military, and look at that turd. Yeah, I mean, he doesn't even know how a rifle operates. It's sad. Yeah, it's truly sad. It's truly sad. Viking Braid, I live in Louisville too, born and raised, and I say they're welcome. Don't be a fool. Thank you. Kathy Honacker, if that guy was truly a Marine, then he must have been dishonorably discharged. That is my bet, quite honestly, because every active duty Marine, every active duty military, especially anybody who saw combat, is 100% for what Patriots are doing. I don't know anybody who actually truly put themselves on the line for what this country is to stand for that is not behind what's going on in the militias, with the Oath Keepers, the 3 percenters and other groups like that. I don't know anybody who isn't behind that. Unless you were just so brainwashed into being a leftist idiot in college that you never really were in the military to begin with. Yeah, he could have been just serving dinner at the chow hall. Who knows? Yeah. And I mean, it might not even be true. They might not even be from Louisville. Might not even be a Marine. Just these trolls love to hop in and just start shit and make up stuff. So who knows where that's really at? Who knows? It could be just complete nonsense, but yeah. So Louisville, that would be the one thing I think we need more people, and I want to see people in Illinois and Wisconsin and even surrounding states, honestly, get out October 9th. That's the next Kyle Rittenhouse hearing. The one that just happened past Friday, the only people that were out there were people who were for Antifa and BLM. Not protesting, but whatever, some kind of show of support for those who were shot. We need to be out there. We need to have a force out there. October 9th, Lake County Courthouse in Illinois. We need to be out there. We do. We absolutely need to be out there showing our support for Kyle. The first hearing that happened Friday was in regards to the court where the court was going to be, the extradition hearing, and the lawyers are actually fighting it. I don't understand that tactic whatsoever, but they are. They're I'm hoping they know what the hell they're doing. They're from what I understand, they're the lawyers who fought for that CNN kid, Sandberg, something like that, who won a lot of money off of CNN. So the MAGA hat kid. But we need to be out there on the October 9th hearing, showing our support for Rittenhouse, letting him know he's not forgotten. That was one thing I thought Angry Viking was doing great at. There was a little bit of a chance of some counter protest. Quite honestly, here's my opinion. If the KKK or some white nationalist group shows up, let's just kick their ass and kick them out of there. Let's show we're not white supremacists by kicking their ass and refusing to allow them to be there. And we show our support for Rittenhouse no matter what. That's my idea. I don't know what y'all feel about it, but I would like to see that on October 9th at Lake County Courthouse in Illinois. That would be my idea of showing some damn support for that kid. That kid is getting a whole crap ton of juvenile detention center jail time that he doesn't deserve. That's what. Yeah, Nick Sandman. Thank you, Viking Braid. That's what we need to be doing. We need to be out there and not backing down from these white supremacists that want to come try to infiltrate our crap. Let's kick their ass, whoop them the hell out of there, and show 100%. Imagine that news story coming out. Militia groups whoop KKK's ass. How are you going to say we're white supremacists when we're doing that? We ain't white supremacists. We are American patriots, and we are more dangerous as American patriots than the KKK, than BLM, than Antifa. They ain't lit our fuse yet. Whatever that fuse will be, eventually they're going to they're going to light that fuse and we're going to whoop that ass. So when that day comes, they're in for a world of hurt. But we'll see what it takes to trigger that. In any case, I would like to see, well, the KKK, Zim 87, the KKK is still a Democratic organization. They were started by the Democrats. They have been Democratic all the way through. The majority of their leaders have been Democrats all the way through history, even up until very, very recent times. One of the talking heads from the KKK, first came out like endorsing Trump, and Trump said, no, hell no, I don't accept your endorsement. I don't want you. Screw you. Get off. And then the next thing he did was say, well, I didn't like your policies anyway. I liked Hillary anyway, so I'm going to endorse her. And supposedly sent money. That has all been fact checked by Facebook as untrue, but they are an arm of the Democrat Party 100%. Hey, happy hour. Good to see you, man. Rob Fisher, welcome. Chris Schlitt, I just saw you hop on a little bit ago. Anybody else I missed? Hello and hello and hello. So we're talking a little bit about Louisville, talking a little bit about things going on in the country, and just kind of covering what's up. And seeing what. Where this country is going and where we need to be going with it. And I honestly think the number one thing we need to be doing as a country is taking back the responsibility for everything. We need to stop laying it off. We need to stop laying it off on the police, on politicians. This is how we got in this garbage. We leave it to them to handle it for us. And we hope that if we just put the right people in, they'll handle it right. And this is the thing with Trump. Like, God love the man. He's doing amazing things through so much opposition. But he shouldn't be the one having to fix this country. That's not totally his job. Some things are, but not a lot of it. There are some things that he's just not meant to fix. He's not, that office, not just him, but that office is not meant to have that much power. Hold on, sorry. Squishy X Banana, good to see you. Brendan Curtis Summers, looks like some issues going on in Louisville. I'll have to check that out. Squishy X Banana, we put too much faith and power to the government instead of ourselves. Exactly. And this is what I've been preaching for so long now, is the majority of power is supposed to rest in we the people. Then the state has some power, then the federal has the least amount of power at the top. The majority of the power is supposed to be with we the people. And it has been flipped completely upside down, where we the people have the least amount, the state has a lot more than it should, and the federal has a lot more than it should. And we the people have like next to none. It's getting ridiculous, and it's not a recent thing. This has been going on for years, and it's been happening under Democratic watch. It's been happening under Republican watch. It doesn't matter. Both sides have been slowly chipping it away at our freedoms. Both sides have, and they've been tearing us up for decades. And just ripping our power away from us more and more and more. And we need to fix that. If we aren't fixing it, it won't get fixed. This country was meant for us to be involved in it. It was meant for us to run it. For us, like, and the more intelligent, the more duty bound of us would be the ones who would go be in politics, representing your city, your county, your state, federally, whatever. They would be the ones doing it, the more duty bound, because you didn't get rich doing it. It was actually, you got paid per diem, and you still had to have a regular job during all of this. You couldn't just depend on getting an astronomical salary and watching yourself become a millionaire if you just did a couple terms. And that's the way we've become. That's what we have become. You get into politics as a career now, that you go to school to be a politician, and your parents groom their kids for politics. That's what they want them to be. We want you to be a politician. No, this is so backwards, so wrong. It should not be that way. Viking Braid. Racial tensions are used by the elites to divide the American people, so we take our eye off the real ball. Absolutely. And the divide got strongest under Obama. That is when truly the most division in this country was created, was under Obama. And that's truly the sad part, is, you know, somebody that people put their trust and faith into to bring us all together, created more division than anyone ever should have been allowed to. And it's coming out now how crooked that man really was, and I love that Trump's shoving it in their face. You know, it's amazing. And people blame Trump for this division. Like, this division didn't instantly happen the second he got in office. Like, come the fuck on. Like, there was just so much division that he created during that campaign, that they ran out and were protesting and shutting down freeways, like, within the first month of his being appointed. Are you kidding me? Come on. It doesn't work that way. The man can't create that much. It had to have been created before. You're just seeing it now. You're seeing the results of it now. That's what you're seeing. You know, it's amazing to me that he gets blamed for this stuff. Like, I get it. He's an outspoken guy. He runs his mouth probably a little too much. He's on Twitter probably a little too much, for a different time. Like, with the way the country is right now, it's very needed. I don't think people understand that. You know, people who say, well, I just wish he was a little more couth, a little more presidential. I wish he wasn't on Twitter so much. I do too. But what you have to understand is he has to be. Like, this is not intentional. Like, this is not Trump. He does this for a reason. This is his communication lines to us. He does that in order to set their minds ablaze and keep communication, because mainstream media has destroyed all other forms of communication to the American people of truth. So he's out there actually, and he has found a way around the system, which I think is just brilliant. Some people don't like it, but Viking Braid, one of my favorite quotes. Yeah. Yeah, if you want peace, prepare for war, the Latin version of that. I absolutely love that quote. I believe there's a Bruce Lee one. It says, what is it? Is it Bruce Lee? I think it is. It's better to be a warrior in the garden, or a soldier in the garden, than a gardener in a war. Yeah. Yeah. So, happy hour. Yeah, we are the power. Sam Braswell, good to see you. Back the blue 100%. But when they stand down, arrest for refusing mask or closing businesses, it doesn't score points with the people. Exactly. And Sam, that is exactly what I was talking about, is we can't allow them to have this much power. We can't just continue to hand it over to them for them to do it for us. It is our job to shut this shit down. And if we're not doing it, we shouldn't expect anything less than them taking that power and perverting it and using it badly, or being ordered to use it badly is probably more accurate to the case. They will do their job. That is the thing. They will do their job when they have to. And when they get told, hey, you need to go make sure that every last citizen in your city has taken this vaccine. Yeah, I mean, they're going to follow orders. And what are they going to do with the people who resist? You're seeing it now. You're seeing what they will do. That is how this pendulum is going to swing. And that's the scary part. Anyway, I think I'm going to wrap up for tonight, because I want to make sure I check out the Angry Viking in a bikini. I don't want to miss that. But yeah, guys, we're going to keep track of things that are going on. I am looking to get out to Portland sometime soon here. I do want to check out what's going on. So if anybody wants to donate to that trip, I would appreciate it. You know, I don't mind paying for a lot of this stuff, but it certainly is helpful to have additional stuff. And, you know, becoming a member on the Becoming a member on the channel is definitely one way to do it. Buying the little stickers and chat things and stuff like that on here is one way to do it. It's a little bit of a slower way to do it, quite honestly. The PayPal link is honestly the best way. If you can, $2, $5, $10, whatever you can, through the PayPal link, it all adds up, and it definitely helps in any expenses, driving the distances and the amount of time that I do to get to these places, to travel and be able to cover these things and be able to bring light to what's actually going on. So I do appreciate that. Any help that I'm getting. I know a couple people. One of my buddies, Chad Maley, actually just recently dropped a little bit in there. And then we had a couple other people recently. I just want to give a quick shout out to them as well. Let's see. We had Christian Bastion did a little donation. I appreciate it. Every little bit helps. It appreciate it big time. And Pamela Ziakis also did, and Mark Salva. So thank all of you guys for donations there and helping out with this stuff. I really, really do appreciate it. Hey, Scott Coons, good to see you, man. How you doing? Also SKM94. Scott was one of the awesome guys out there that I was with and invited me out to Louisville. Watching my ass while I was out there. He had a much bigger gun than I did. I don't think his wife would say that, but no, I'm kidding. But no, awesome guy. His wife is hilarious. She's an awesome badass. And and their whole group is just awesome group of patriots out there. Spent a lot of time with them. They had my six out there, as well as Greg Wiles and Brian. So looking forward to getting out there on, a little bit better terms, not having, this BLM and Antifa crap going on, and just, going out for drinks or something with those guys. That would be a lot nicer than going out in this stuff. But I'm glad that they exist and they are out there doing what they're doing. So anyway, guys, I'm going to call it quits for the night. If you can, help out on the PayPal channel or on the PayPal link there, drop a donation. I want to get out to Portland here pretty soon, see some of the crap that's going on out there. I am trying to hook up with the Proud Boys out there and see what they got going on the next time they're going to go, so we can actually cover whatever they're going to do. So we'll see what's going on with that. But anyway, guys, have a good night. Keep it patriotic, and get a hold of me if something's going on. I put earlier in the chat, I put the link to my current Facebook, my Parler. I think the Parler will be safe for a while, so send me a message on Parler if something's going on. Drop me a message in here, however you want to do it. The email address that's attached to this as well. Plenty of ways to get a hold of me. But everybody have a good night and keep it patriotic.